So,
Mm-hmm.
are you gonna do tarot card readings in here?
You know what? Yes, I will. I'll have to cobble some
Actually?
together. Yes, I will.
Oh my god! But whenever you have those tarot cards ready, I'm lining up. I think I wanted one for 3 months now.
Well, here. I'll get changed. I'll grab my notebook and we'll do one. How's that?
Wait, really?
Absolutely.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm getting it.
All right, Hazel. This is indeed a long time coming.
I was looking forward to this. You don't understand.
The number of times we've had to delay.
Oh my god, so many times!
So many times. Well, I do believe a classic past, present, future reading feels rather apt. Yes,
Yes, please.
remarkable. To wit, I ask of you to hold in your mind a question you have been seeking an answer for, or a decision you have been attempting to weigh within your heart. And tell me a number between 1 and 7, for that is the number of times I shall shuffle.
1.
1 and done. Excellent. While I shuffle these cards but one time, I ask you to think upon this question or decision you are weighing. Now, I have spread across the table here cards 78 in number, each and every single one inscribed with literal millennia of mythos, tradition, and symbolism from many different cultures and belief systems. From the Greeks, the diviners who used to read bones to determine whether the grain yields would be successful this year, to the Roma, who traveled across Europe trying to find meaning in their suffering, to the carpetbaggers that traipsed along the eastern seaboard of the United States in the 20s, attempting to define and redefine what it means to make one's own destiny. Now, I am not a soothsayer with these tarot cards. These, with their symbolism and how they are interpreted, only has value to one person and one person only. And that is you, and how you receive the interpretations.
Okay.
Now, first, out of these 78 cards, I would like you to pick one card representing your past.
78, right?
That is correct, yes indeed. Split in two major and minor arcana. 26. All right, I'll draw that here.
26.
And now, a card representing your present.
2.
2! And last and certainly not least, a card representing your potential future.
64.
64, excellent! I shall gather up the rest of the cards, and then one by one, we shall flip these over and decipher the meanings within.
Okay, I'm ready.
Excellent. With all of the cards gathered and only these 3 remaining, we shall go one by one. First, I would like you to place your hand on the first card, the card representing your past, and flip it over, please.
Okay.
Ah, what we have here.
What is it?
We have a scarlet sunset that makes the backdrop for this portrait here. For it is a portrait most austere and serious. A golden throne adorned with ram's heads has seated upon it an imposing figure wearing brocades and scarves and layers of shawls, burgundy in color, over his old dented armor. His beard is long, silvery white, but well kept. And upon his head an ornate golden crown. The expression on this figure seems to be staring directly at you. This is the fourth card of the Major Arcana, the Emperor. Now, when it's in its upright position, this card is usually in reference to a powerful leader who is noted for having a wisdom, able to guide his people. But this card is upside down, which means that it is interpreted in a slightly different way. Now, this card representing your past could refer to an authority figure who has power, has authority, but perhaps does not use that power or authority wisely. It could be misused. Or it could even liken to a situation where you or someone close to you was in a position of authority, but the decisions made were weak, indecisive.
Okay.
Usually with the royal cards like the Emperor card, it does lend to a specific person, but depending on what sort of question you're asking and what lens you look at it through, it can be interpreted in several different ways.
Okay, good to know.
Any other questions about this card?
I want to see the other cards first. Maybe it will make sense.
Indeed. Well, if you're ready to move on, then please place your hand upon and flip over the card representing your present. What we see here is a humble shepherd wearing simple but very clean cloak and jerkin. There's a small cloak draped over their shoulder that is a light green in color. And on the other shoulder, scarlet with golden tassels on it. Stands upon a rich green field overlooking a lake that is shimmering gold in the sunrise. In one hand, you see that they grasp upon a willow staff with two others stuck behind them. This is the Three of Wands, and this particular card is representative of virtues. Preparation, travel, enterprise. Plans have been made that are already moving forwards. New opportunities do exist, and they are there for the taking, but they may require movement, active movement, in order to capitalize upon. Success comes from planning. The same way that one packs for a fruitful journey, so should you make sure you are prepared for whatever travels you have ahead.
Okay, interesting.
So, I'll admit I like these kind of cards because it's just good general wisdom.
It really is.
Any other questions about this particular card?
I want to see the next card first.
Then, whenever you are ready, please do place your hand upon the third card, your potential future, and flip it over. Okay, this is fun. What you see here, a golden afternoon. A variety of different trees dot the skyline. Ferns, conifers, fruiting trees. Just think of a tree, you see it.
Okay.
The ground is lush with wheat stalks growing. But at the foreground of this whole portrait of lush greenery and wealthy plants, you see a singular figure seated upon plush velvet cushions, wearing an intricately embroidered gown. You see a lot of rosettes and other plants sewn onto this silk dress. You can tell from the way that the dress is woven that a lot of care went into the creating of it.
Okay.
Casually, not lazily, but casually, you see an older woman bears herself with grace, holding in one hand a staff, as she lazily leans her head upon it as if she is simply enjoying a moment's rest. She has long, copper hair, and upon her head, an ornate crown, bedecked with literal stars. This is the third card of the Major Arcana, the Empress. And unlike her compatriot, the fourth, the Emperor, she is upright. She's looking right at you. Now, this particular card is generally representative of, depending on what lens you look at it through, generally representative of natural abundance. Beauty of the natural world. If you're looking this from more of a Greek interpretation, it would be specifically about motherhood and feminism, like femininity.
Mm-hmm.
It really is about the empathetic approach to a situation. Feminine beauty and happiness combining in luxury and opulence. It's really about a state of being in tune with nature and how efforts dedicated through a long period, like a growing season, will lead to a harvest, and being able to take time to enjoy that harvest, enjoy the bounties, the fruits of your labor. If you are one that is into mythology, I believe that Persephone is often an alternative figure that is depicted here.
Okay. What do you think those three cards together mean?
This is very interesting, because our first card talks about, in a way, not wasted potential, but wasted opportunity. Right? When one is in a leadership position, you are given, or one is given, responsibility, right? And there's, there's times to be able to take advantage of that to create more for oneself, or if it's squandered, that's a lost opportunity, or that is, people that you let down.
Yeah.
Which I think is an interesting mirror to both your present card, your Three of Wands, and your potential future card, which is the third card of the Major Arcana. Got a couple threes. So 4, 3, 3. Fun, right? Love patterns.
Mm-hmm.
But the Three of Wands is about preparation for a journey, right? Taking careful, thoughtful steps of your own, not necessarily guiding anyone else or taking direction from anyone else, but making that decision for yourself. Then you look at the Empress, the third card. That is about basking in the fruits of your labor. This is benefiting and being able to sit in the wealth of a job well done or a plan well accomplished.
Interesting.
That is one way to look at it.
The question I had in my mind is what my future's gonna, or like what my future's gonna bring with the direction I'm going right now. So I'm trying to figure out what the cards are trying to tell me.
Well, if I may speak freely.
Yes.
Now, I know we are mostly acquaintances, so take this with a grain of salt, but I know that you are a very personable, warm person, and you are more than capable of being a self-starter with the things you do, right? You don't necessarily need to sit around and be told what to do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, you don't have to answer this, but do you feel as though, have there been moments in your past where someone has given you advice or given you directions and they've kind of led you the wrong way? Or you feel as though it's led you in the opposite direction of where you're trying to go?
Let me think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, yes,
Okay, I was about
yes.
to say, if the answer's no, that is okay as well, right? That's the point of this exercise.
What's this?
So it could be these cards, in a way, encouraging you to
Witchcraft.
have
Doesn't matter.
confidence in your own ability to
So am I.
lay out your
Yeah,
own
you should- come,
destiny,
you should
right?
go with
Make your plans and see them through.
Come on,
Because there
we'll do it
might be
together.
people,
We'll do it together.
well-meaning,
The one-on-one.
right, that may
Yeah.
give you the wrong advice,
I'll go first, then you go next.
Deal.
right? You can,
Yes.
you know, you can get packed
Hold
up,
my spot.
ready to go on a
I will
vacation
hold
with
your
some
spot,
friends,
okay.
and then you get
Prison
somewhere
lawyer,
and
you
they're
heard
like,
it.
oh, you know all those bikinis you
Yep.
packed up? Yeah, fuck that. Toss those out.
we'll
We're
wait
gonna
in
be
the
going to a
queue.
ski lodge resort instead, even though you packed for a fucking beach getaway. Why would you throw your bikinis out?
This conversation
Yeah.
is interesting. It sounds.
Wait, hold on. Yes, it makes so much sense.
That's the best allegory I could come up with, right? There's gonna be people who
This
think
sounds
that they are trying to point you in the right direction, but you had a plan, and if you stick with it, you get
You
to
know what? I
enjoy
need to
that
stop
time on
paying
the
you,
beach.
prison lawyer.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck shivering.
Once my hands
at a
are free,
at a ski
I
lodge.
will sort you out with a lovely shipment of goods.
Oh my God. Wait. Yeah, I didn't even look at from that point. The last card is like in my mind. Like that card seems like a very peaceful card.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder what that card is trying to tell me.
I can, you know what? I can read a little deeper in my little booklet if you want me to go on a deeper dive on the card.
Yes, I would love to. I wanna know what that card is trying to tell me.
All right, going into a deeper interpretation here, looking at my booklet. The Empress Tarot card is ultimate tarot representation of femininity and the female side of the natural world. Representing feminine intuition, motherhood, beauty, and feminine sexuality, the Empress points to a universal female force which permeates all living things. The Empress also signifies abundance and comfort. As we see on this card, the Empress herself is not only surrounded by bountiful nature, but lives in opulence and enjoys life's physical comforts and luxuries. So I think that the big thing here is, like physical comforts and
really
luxuries.
Yeah.
When the Empress appears in a tarot reading, it's often a sign to consider the female side to situations, or how female beauty, intuition, or sexuality
What do
may
you think I'm
impact
gonna
the
get?
issue at hand.
Ah.
Actually, I'm gonna get all the best cards.
Well, I'd like to go next. I just have a visitor.
Oh,
One
of
second.
course. The card
I'm gonna
may
have the
also
best
be
cards.
asking us to consider how a specific female
Wait,
force
why
might
does the
affect a
Q stop?
situation. The card may also ask us to consider the powerful influence that motherhood represents on our lives and on any given situation. Perhaps we are being asked to think of how someone's mother affects the situation directly or indirectly in terms
My
of
mother
how a
died.
mother's wisdom might apply to a situation. In other circumstances, the card may be reminding us to consider the natural world, Mother Earth, either as a sign to get out into nature or as a call to consider the importance of nature and the outdoors in a specific situation.
That is insane.
Generally speaking, the Empress is a very positive card and has overtones of pregnancy, childbirth, female empowerment, and true love.
What the hell?
That's what
it's
the
about
booklet
Tessa.
says, but there's a lot of like symbolic things one can glean from this as well.
I think that card is about Tessa because Tessa always has my side and my back and is looking out for
mother.
me.
She is mother.
She is, and she loves the nature, and she is so connected to it.
I think that is a very good point because a lot of these royalty
Sure, that
cards
witchcraft.
tend to try to ask someone to think about someone specific
don't want
in
that.
their life
Wow.
that
Oh
that
my
it may
God.
reference to. So that very
lawyer,
much
you
could
wait.
very well be the case.
Holy shit. That is a hella good reading.
Hmm. Well, hey, listen, it's not the cards, it's how they're interpreted.
I come here often.
Can I have a relationship one? Do you think we
Are
have
you
time for
serious?
that
We
one?
can we could do a 1-card draw here. 1 second here.
Oh my god. Okay, oh fuck, I'm
Alright.
scared of that. Oh my god.
Okay, all right.
You
1
are not
second.
that down bad
All
right
right,
now that you were
so-
hitting on me.
Think about
What's a joke?
think
Right.
about the individual that this
You
reading
already
is
know
about,
where that
right?
Okay.
Now,
that stands.
relationship readings don't always have to be romantical in nature, but they very
How am
often
I
are.
disgusting?
Yeah,
So
mine
with,
is definitely.
with that said, please give me a number between 1 and 4.
I know you thought Stanley was below me, but damn, boy.
4.
All right, excellent. I'll shuffle these up here. All right, excellent. 78 cards are laying out here. Please do select one while thinking of this particular person.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
12.
All right. I shall pull that card and gather up the rest.
Okay, I'm a bit scared.
All right. I have the card here. Whenever you are ready, place your hand upon it and flip it over.
Okay. I'm flipping it over.
Oh, okay. What we see here on this card is a singular figure wearing a simple vest, jerkin, stockings, green and scarlet and light blue in color. Their arms are folded, their legs are crossed, and their head is bowed, as if they are in thought. On the ground in front of them, there are 3 golden goblets lined up. And in a fantastical way, there is a fluffy cloud right next to them with a hand, angelic almost, extending, holding out another goblet for this figure who does not acknowledge them. This is the 4 of Cups. And this particular card is interesting because it is symbolic of contemplation, a time of deep, introspective thoughts, but not actions. It could refer to a necessary time of withdrawal and re-evaluation before making a decision. Soul searching and contemplation are what is represented by this card.
What does that mean?
It could be whatever decision that you are, if there's a decision coming up with this relationship, or if you find yourself at an impasse, maybe taking some time to think. Really search your feelings, get at home with what you want from this relationship before making any big leaps or steps going forward, whether it is terminating or going forward with a relationship.
What if I already have done that in the past few days?
Ooh, you know what? It could also, if we want to look at a different way to interpret this, it could be in reference that something might be getting ignored. Like the person in this picture, right? They are having something that is being given to them, right? A golden goblet. Something is being offered to them, but they're not seeing it because they are so lost in their own thoughts. Do you want we can draw a clarifying card if you want.
Sure.
All right. Here, give me another number.
Out of 78?
Out of 78, yes indeed. Alright, 21. Alright, whenever you are ready, please flip the card over. I am so sorry.
Oh, I love when she does this. I love when she does
Okay.
this. I love
It's
it.
not bad. It's not bad. You're gonna understand. My apologies. I should have been a little more professional. You see
No, that was perfect.
lush grounds underneath the parapets of a castle. Standing at the top, you see a scholar. A scholarly cap and long, gorgeous silken robes. In one hand, this scholar is holding a staff. And in the other, there's a globe that they are studying. Behind them, another staff leans upon the wall, waiting to be grasped upon. This is the Two of Wands. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to guess what you think this card is about.
I'm a bit scared to find out. Decisions?
That is one of the key words. Yep. Future planning, decisions. Time must be taken before moving forward. Carefully made decisions must be weighed if success is to be attained. Don't be afraid to explore new opportunities, but don't forget to trust your intuition and inner light. So this is a different flavor of the card that I just drew before, the Four of Cups that we just talked about.
This is crazy!
Crazy!
Choices.
I'm sorry, the cards are saying that you gotta trust your intuition on this one. Kirby, what's up? Thank you so much for the raid.
Okay.
Hi, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello.
This is so okay. Hold.
It is interesting, just thematically looking at the whole situation. Thank you so much, Kirby. Chat, if you are not giving Kirby an elephant a follow, make sure you do it.
Draw one more card with one question in my mind.
Absolutely, you can't. Because I'm not gonna lie, it kind of seems like the cards are rage baiting you right now, so we can absolutely do that. All right, let me get this pulled out here. All right, what card out of 78 do you choose? That is so funny. What if we draw the tower? That'd be so fucked up. The cards are literally saying figure it out at RP, which is so fucking funny. It is so funny. Okay, I keep dropping these, which is my fault because my desk is a mess. All right, excellent. Whenever you are ready, please do place your hand upon the card and flip it over.
Okay.
Oh boy. What you see here, pardon me. I need a second, I'll be right back.
Six of Cups. Six
Ah,
of Cups.
oh boy, I love tarot cards.
Oh no!
What you see here is an angelic figure standing in a creek. You see daffodils and lilies all aligning the shore as the creek winds and moves towards the sunrise. The key figure of this card is an angel. Beautiful, resplendent golden robes bedeck them with broad bronze wings extending from their back. In their hands, they hold a goblet in each, pouring water from one into the other. Upon their golden curls, they are bedecked with a halo that almost looks like an eye. This is the 14th card of the Major Arcana, Temperance. Now, do you want to take a guess as to what this card is about?
Don't know.
Moderation. Patience. Moderation in all forms. Spiritual, physical, intellectual, and emotional. This card is about the importance of balance and even-handedness.
I'm so
It's another card that's
speechless.
I hope you could forgive me cackling like a bog witch because this is kind of I wish I was making this up. By the grace of craft, I wish I was making this up.
Oh
This is
my
crazy! This is so
Hazel,
fucking
this is what
funny.
you waited for all this time.
Is it telling me to have patience?
Yeah.
How dare it?
Literally, the cards are saying, hey, just think on it. You'll figure it out.
Okay, one more question, McNulty. I'm so sorry, McNulty. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
walk away. You're good.
This is my okay. This is my last one.
I really want to see some sort of closure come to this, so I'm very on board.
39.
39. Excellent. I'll draw that here. All right, I'm not going to drop the cards this time, chat.
6 of cups. 6 of cups.
6 of Cups would be so fucking funny. Oh my gosh. I would die if we got 6 of Cups. All right. Whenever you are ready, place your hand upon the card and flip it over. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Please tell me there's not the same answer again.
So the fun thing about tarot cards is a lot of them can explore similar concepts, but with different flavorings on them.
Mhm.
This particular card, however... Oh my god! You see an older figure, shrouded in a gray cloak, his head bowed. He holds a singular staff. He stands barefoot in the snow. In the other hand, he holds aloft a singular lamp with a star lighting the way. This is the 9th card of the Major Arcana, the Hermit. Here, do you want me to tell you what the card represents, or shall I let you say it?
Oh, please tell me.
This is a card representative of lone reflection. Silent contemplation reveals inner truths. The voice of your heart is wiser than the voices around you. Damn that, wow. A time for solitude, peace, and reflection. It's also a card that cautions an avoidance of materialism. This is kind of... this is kind of funny. I mean, 4 cards in a row, what are the odds?
What does this mean, Eliza?
I think it's telling you that you gotta think on it.
Pulled the hermit.
No shot.
Okay,
Yo, what the fuck?
so the issue is right. Obviously, I am in a relationship, and we've been through a couple arguments,
Oh.
Natural.
and both of us obviously have some topics where I'd say we both got traumatized and we have issues with dealing with it right now. And while he has a hard time in believing love,
Oh no.
he's telling me that I am helping him working through that. But at the same time, he's always there when I need him. So it's very hard for me to... I don't I don't know where to go with the relationship. I don't know at what part it is worth to move on and at what part I should stay and be there. Because he means a lot to me, but at the same time, I don't know if I mean as much to him as he means to me.
That
It feels like I'm just very convenient for him.
your kindness is definitely a testament to the kind of person you are. But as these cards are saying, this is for you to contemplate on and think about what you want out of the relationship and whether you'll get it back. It's not your job to fix someone. Loving you should come easily. And anyone who claims that it is work to care about you may not be worth your time. Because you deserve more than that.
Preach.
And that's not to say that common ground can't be found and that things can't improve. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it is probably better to have these things laid out so that resentment doesn't build up for either of you. Because a moment of disagreement, that's easy to bounce back from, but resentment, that is a poison that lingers and rots. And in order to fix that, you have to cut something off. There is no harm in stepping away from something and returning to it later. But you have good instincts. So regardless of what you choose to do, trust that you know your own heart better than anyone else. And if all else fails, go talk to Mom.
I wish she's on a trip. I need her.
Oh no!
Mother!
I need her advice.
Well, you know what? We can play out this a little bit. If she were here, what would she tell you?
I think she would ask me if I talked to him about it. And she would ask me how that makes me feel. I think she would help me to work it out. I can't lie.
And I won't make you say those answers here out loud, but do you know the answers that you would give to those questions?
Eliza, I think I'm falling, and then it's really bad because I feel like that's not what he is doing.
That is one of the hardest things to parse apart.
And I don't know what to do against that.
Well, avoiding feelings has never truly been beneficial to anyone. Do you think that if you express this to him directly, is that a conversation you would want to have?
I never said it
Depending on
directly.
the people.
but I hinted at it. The issue is, I don't know if I'm ready for that talk yet. Do you know what I mean?
I know all too well precisely what you mean.
I don't know if I can tell him. I don't know if I can hear the results of that outcome.
Then, perhaps the question is, how long are you willing to wait until you are ready?
Maybe like a month?
A lot of things can happen in a month. Also, a month, not too long a time either.
I guess my biggest fear is that he's gonna get sick of me and leave me.
Well, that sounds improbable to me. And if he were in this improbable scenario, if he were the type of person to get sick of you and leave you, well, he didn't have much of a heart to start with, now did he? Think I don't clock your shit, McNulty? Think I don't clock your shit, McNulty? Clocking your shit. I'm certain, in due time. It's tricky because the matters of the heart are never 100% laid in stone, and the answers are never textbook clear. Which is probably one of the most frustrating things on the planet.
You know what? These cards are pissing me off.
Mm.
They didn't give me anything!
I think you really should trust your intuition, though.
She literally just said, hey, there's
Intuition?
Mm-hmm. Your insight. Your guts.
How do you do this?
What your
Wait.
heart tells you.
We shall join the queue.
But it's telling me to stay.
What harm is there in staying? Better than prematurely saying goodbye.
Does anyone have a cigarette? Shit.
I regrettably do not.
Thank you, Eliza.
Of course, I'm sorry that the cards are kind of being little shitheads today.
I mean, it makes sense. I kind of want to wait, and they're telling me to not rush a decision.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just scared of getting hurt. I think that's my biggest fear. Because that's what happened with Osvaldo.
Can't live in fear, though.
Now, what's the Moulin Rouge quote? Better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. What's the worst thing that'll happen?
You know what? That is true. If I get hurt again, I'll just... At least I tried.
Yeah.
You gotta get back up and keep trying.
Yeah. And you'll know that you are indeed a bad bitch, and he did not deserve you. Mm-hmm. That's on him if he fumbles the bag. It's on him if he fumbles the bag.
Do you know who it is?
Oh, if you were in my bag, I'd never.
I think I know.
I think you know.
I
I'm
think
pretty
I
sure you
know.
know.
I know.
Yeah, you know.
I know.
Hello, Habibi.
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
It's been so... I feel like I might be in my own head because after the breakup with Osvaldo, it left some scars.
Of course.
And now I'm just like, I guess I'm scared of it happening again.
No, that's understandable, especially when you... It shouldn't feel like it, but when you take a gamble with your heart like that.
Yeah. 100%.
But
Gotta communicate though. You can't be afraid.
no, I
And
think
if they don't like that, then that's too bad.
exactly.
The issue is he is talking to me, but it's just not getting to me. Do you know what I mean?
I understand precisely.
The words he said were so beautiful, but they somehow they feel like they're forced.
Well, time, unfortunately, I think will be the balm to this.